The SEC West is breaking in several new starting quarterbacks, and I want to take a few minutes to talk about the new starting quarterbacks, the competitions, and just the SEC West quarterback situation in general, and who do we think the best team quarterback wise is moving forward. Not the best team, but the best team that has the best quarterback situation. And so I think the obvious answer is probably Matt Corral, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But he is probably the only for sure starting quarterback returning, just for the simple fact Bo Nix now is in competition with TJ Finley from Auburn. Will Rogers is in competition with Jack Abraham from Mississippi State. And while those guys are maybe the favorites still, there's still a competition going on. We have Alabama breaking in a new quarterback, Bryce Young. Texas A&M has a competition, and they'll be breaking in a new quarterback. LSU has a competition with Max Johnson and Miles Brennan. And so, yes, they have starting experience, but still they can qualify as a new quarterback because Brennan has, 3 starts maybe? And Max Johnson has 2 starts. So several new quarterbacks breaking in. Of course, Arkansas with KJ Jefferson having some playing time, but even he's in competition with Malik Hornsby. So we're going to take a few minutes just to dive through all the quarterbacks. Let's meet the candidates for the competition. Let's meet the candidates for who's taking over the new starting job. And then let's just talk about and kind of figure out who we think the team is moving forward that has the best quarterback situation. So let's go ahead and talk about Matt Corral for Ole Miss, the leading quarterback in the SEC as far as numbers goes. I think he was number 3 overall last year in the SEC, right around there, but he's definitely top 5 in passing yards. With Mac Jones gone, Kyle Trask gone, he is the leading quarterback returning. So I think he's by far the favorite as far as who the best quarterback is in the SEC West. Of course, things could change, but with his experience in Lane Kiffin's offense and the numbers he put up last year, Ole Miss has to feel confident about their quarterback situation just because Matt Corral has the most experience and demonstrated a lot of good things last year. And I think he could be a very good quarterback and potentially do some good things at the next level as well. So let's watch this one quick clip of Matt Corral and kind of what he does well, and then we're going to go on to our next team. Yes, Matt Corral is known for his big-time plays, but it's throws like this that I think really get people excited about him and really separate him. Watch this throw. There's really no opening there whatsoever. Just throws a great ball on the run, pressure in his face. It would really sling it there. Let's watch this angle here. So like I said, it's throws like this that separate him and throws like this that get people excited for him. Rolls out, pressure in the face. Boom. So watch, we have backer here, safety coming down here. That's not a lot of room to fit the ball right here whatsoever. He's got pressure in his face. Not a big throwing lane. Makes it fit. Great catch as well. Just a great overall throw. One of my favorite throws from Matt Corral here. Next, let's look at Bryce Young, the new quarterback for Alabama. I don't know if they've actually named him the starter officially yet, but I think everyone's kind of just going that way. But before we dive into some quick film of him from the spring game, I just want to encourage you to consider subscribing to our channel if you like any quarterback related content, whether it's film breakdowns, whether it's kind of quarterback talk like we're doing today, or what we do in the weight room with quarterbacks and how we assess them and process them and how that can transfer to the field. Whatever it may be, any quarterback content is fair game. Let's dive into Bryce Young. Again, not a ton of film, just a few clips of what he does well from the spring game, and the Alabama fans I know are excited moving forward with the great quarterback play they've had the past few years, and we expect Bryce Young to do the exact same, maybe be the best quarterback in the SEC at the end of the year when it's all said and done. But again, it's his first year starting, so we'll take everything with a grain of salt and just watch a few clips from the spring game. So we're just going to watch a few highlights of Bryce Young from the spring game a few months ago for Alabama. Here's him maneuvering the pocket, eyes downfield, throws a good strike off platform, but still able to get on top of the ball. Let's go ahead and watch the other angle here as well. Be able to see several different qualities that he has. Maneuvers in the pocket, eyes downfield. Good ball there. And then let's go ahead and watch the touchdown that he has to his tight end. Oop, that's not it. Quick slant though. Let's go ahead and watch one more play of Bryce Young here. Again, he could very well be the best quarterback in the whole SEC, but again, hasn't started a game yet. There's a good ball there. But here's a few highlights from that spring game that show his ability. So could be the best quarterback moving forward. We will have to see. With TJ Finley leaving the LSU quarterback room, the competition pretty much comes down between Miles Brennan and Max Johnson. Both with several starts last year. Max Johnson leading the way at the very end because Brennan was injured. So we're going to watch just one clip of Max Johnson. I don't have a ton of film of LSU, honestly, so I wasn't able to get Miles Brennan in here as well. But real quick a real quick clip of Max Johnson, his ability to process defense and kind of hit you over the middle of the field. But regardless who wins this quarterback job, I think it's a pretty good quarterback room in the SEC as long as kind of both stick around. Here we got Max Johnson going to hit this deep dig route here. Does a good job processing information. Again, I like that a lot about Johnson. High football IQ. Let's go ahead and watch this here. Nothing over the middle of the field. Good ball by Johnson there. We'll go ahead and watch. And again, Johnson's ability to run and use his legs when he needs to is going to separate him in the LSU quarterback competition. Watch him process. His first look was over here. Comes this backside read. Good ball there by Johnson. Moving on to the Auburn quarterback situation. They had Bo Nix. He was a starting quarterback. Now they bring in TJ Finley from LSU. So I think there's some good competition being created there. I've got no idea who the hell the favorite is, but they both have similarities and they both have differences. We did a video comparing the two about a week or two ago whenever the announcement happened of TJ Finley transferring. So just a quick clip from Finley and from Bo Nix as far as what they bring to the table. And if you want kind of a deeper dive over each guy, we put a video out of like a week or so ago that you can go watch in more detail. But again, just a quick clip of each two. I think it's a good quarterback room with the addition of TJ Finley because now they have two quality guys, two guys that have started in the SEC. And you can argue about, who's better or not, or people argue about Bo Nix all the time, but still, I think they have some experience in the quarterback room, so I think they're in a good situation moving forward. Here's Nix demonstrating what he does well. Nothing's there, able to improvise, use his legs, get the linebacker to bite down. Guy comes open, throws a good ball for a first down. Again, using his athletic ability. We're going to watch the backer for Tennessee as Nix comes out. He's in kind of no man's land. He comes in, spaced, open to throw. Again, something Nix does well, using his legs to create space, running and throwing. So this play is kind of a perfect example of what Finley does well. You're going to see him sit in the pocket, make a good long strike. I forget who that receiver is, but the inside, the middle slot receiver, watch him just sit in the left hash. There's a bullet right there, something that will fit in Auburn's new offensive scheme, you would think. We'll go ahead and watch the next view as well. But you can kind of just compare his ability to Bo Nix's ability. But again, Auburn, I think, might have a pretty decent quarterback situation now with Nix and Finley. But let's go ahead and watch this play. Left hash, quick release, spins it, first down there. Arkansas may have one of the more underrated quarterback rooms in the nation with KJ Jefferson and Malik Hornsby. I think Jefferson is the favorite moving forward, but Malik Hornsby is just a dynamic athlete. He can rip the ball as well, so I think they have good options there. I have a quick clip from KJ Jefferson that we're going to watch, but it is a competition. Malik Hornsby is still in it. I just don't have any film from him last year, so we're going to watch this clip of Jefferson maneuvering the pocket. I stay downfield and throws a great ball as a safety bite. So let's go ahead and watch this film, but again, remember, it's a pretty open quarterback competition with Hornsby and Jefferson, although I think Jefferson is the favorite moving forward. So here's one of my favorite throws by KJ Jefferson, and again, like we mentioned, I think Arkansas is in a pretty good position quarterback-wise. I like Malik Hornsby and Jefferson. I think they could be an underrated quarterback room. We're going to go ahead and watch this play here. Does a great job in the pocket. Eyes downfield, he's patient, lets it develop. Hits that strike right here. The safety comes in on that shallow dig, and that dig route behind him is where, or the post route behind him is where Jefferson's able to hit him. Let's watch the behind the center view. Does a good job demonstrating Jefferson in the pocket, patient, steps up, firing the ball, boom. That safety is the one that came in to come here, and then Jefferson throws it right where he was. Good read, good ball there. Texas A&M is now looking to replace quarterback Kellen Mond as he has moved on to the NFL. They have Haynes King and Zach Calzada kind of battling for that job. Both had some good plays and both had some struggles during the spring game. But still, regardless, both do not have much experience at all playing in actual college games. Calzada had some in 2018. King had some in 2020. Don't know who the favorite is. Depending who you talk to will depend on who they think the favorite is. Both have some quality characteristics for playing the quarterback position, and so this is one we'll sit back and kind of see, but whoever wins the quarterback job, I think is going to be in a good position to move forward. They got a lot of talent around them, so I think whoever wins the quarterback job will end up playing pretty good quarterback, but again, we'll sit back and relax and see who wins. Here's just one clip from each guy in their spring game, and this is one that I think is wide open, and we'll just kind of sit back and see who takes the reign in the fall. Here's just a quick clip of Haynes King from the Texas A&M spring game. Again, not a ton of film here. Just wanted to at least put him on here, showing his ability to roll out, eyes downfield, good ball for a first down. Again, we did a big video of Texas A&M after the spring game, so you can go back and check that out. Here's that Calzada for Texas A&M. Just a nice quick strike over the middle of the field. Good ball there. Again, not a ton of film, but good quick release. First down. Will Rogers is the returning starting quarterback for Mississippi State. But with the addition of Jack Abraham and the spring game that he played, a pretty good spring game, I think the competition is now more wide open than what it was, especially Leach's comments after the spring game. And we did a video comparing the two quarterbacks and talking about Leach's comments that you can find that we put out a month or so ago, whenever the spring game was. But Will Rogers showed some good things last year towards the end of the season that should have Mississippi State fans encouraged. But Jack Abraham has had a good career at Southern Miss. The transfer from Southern Miss had been starting there for several years, so a lot of experience. So I don't think by any means the quarterback competition is over. I think Jack Abraham is a solid quality quarterback. I think Rogers is young and developing with a lot of good tools. So whoever ends up getting the majority of playing time would not surprise me. I do think they're in a good situation quarterback-wise because of the addition of Abraham, where there's at least some depth regardless who ends up starting. So let's go ahead and just watch one quick clip from each guy and kind of look at what they need to do to be successful in Leach's offense. So here's Will Rogers making a good, quick, easy read on the slant right here. But again, in Mike Leach's offense, that's all you need to do. Those quick, efficient throws lead to big plays. Let's go ahead and watch this here. Ball's out quick. Throw to space, gets upfield. That's an easy, 13, 14-yard gain or so. Let's watch this angle as well. Again, you don't have to do too much. The quarterback position, you take what the defense gives you, and you end up being successful, especially in Leach's offense. Quick release. Good job by Rogers. Here's Jack Abraham, the former Southern Miss quarterback, now competing in Mississippi State, had a really good spring game. This looks very simple, and it is. But this is all you need to do in Mississippi State's offense. Be patient, let your receiver get open, and throw him the ball so he can do the rest. Just throw it where space is. Good job by Abraham. If he's extremely accurate, so if he's able to do this in Mississippi State's offense, he could definitely make a run for that starting job. But regardless, I think Mississippi State probably has a pretty quality quarterback room thanks to Jack Abraham transferring there. So we touched on every team in the SEC West and talked about their quarterback situation as a whole. So not just the best quarterback, but the quarterback situation, the depth, the experience, the quality that they have in that quarterback room. So I want to hear from you guys. Who do you think has the best quarterback room, best quarterback situation? Who do you think has the best quarterback? And just kind of, I want to hear y'all's opinion. I think the SEC West has a pretty good overall, is going to have good quarterback play, and they have good quarterback depth. Some young guys, some veteran guys, and guys being developed, but a lot of new quarterbacks will be starting this year in the SEC West in 2021. So I want to hear from you. What team is in the best position and best situation moving forward as it relates to the quarterback position?